And then there's the latest campaign from Hungry Jack's.
Bacon burger kale smoothie, namaste.
Hello? Look at the plate in front of you. Are you seriously going to eat that? You're not like them, are you, Patrick? You crave something more, something substantial. You need to keep it real now. Run. Run like the wind, be free. So close, yet so far. Run, busy little feet. Congratulations, Patrick. You made it.
Welcome to Hungry Jack's.
Can I get a bob with bacon in it, thanks?
The more is the better at Hungry Jack's.
Patrick is such an independent thinker, he does whatever a random voice on the phone tells him to do. Brands used to tell us what to love. Now they're telling us who to hate. Russell, who is this ad aimed at?
Well, it's aimed at people that are, sick of fake. Yeah, so sick of the idea that there's a plate of food with only, small, it's like fashion food, the fixed wheelie, yes, the hipsters with their over-the-top beards, people that do upside-down yoga, which I think is actually one of the great TV frames for the last 10 years. That shot, when he runs through the people that are hanging upside down on the rope and spinning around, completely crazy, absolutely love it. And the idea that it comes through the burger phone, so that's obviously the conscience, like, oh, come on, you don't need to do this, which, of course, we've all been in that situation. Oh, God, I love a burger, right? Why am I doing this stuff? It is... This is really good advertising. And the other thing about it, just let's think this through. How many ads in Australia right now are funny? How many ads are having some fun, taking the piss, enjoying the fact that they can take the piss? It's like, God almighty, thank God someone is putting some comedy on air.
Yeah. I actually agree with Russell on this. I really like this. And I like it for a number of reasons. I love the reverse psychology of it all because no one hates hipsters as much as hipsters. So hipsters don't self-identify as hipsters. So they would look at that ad and go, I'm not that guy, and they would actually find it quite cool. And they don't have TVs. But I like it because it's sending up the whole thing. And when you have a target that's as easy as the hipsters and you're doing it in such jest, you're not really alienating or isolating that market. In a way, you're kind of jokingly celebrating them.
And also, this is an industry. I think there's this myth that it's sort of, people aren't going to fast food, they're all eating healthy now. It's a $6.6 billion industry in Australia. There are 29,000 fast food outlets, so they've got a massive, massive target market out there.
Hipsters are so maligned, they're the new dumb dads and dickhead boyfriends of the advertising world. Christina, how do you decide as an industry on a hate group?
I think hate's a pretty strong word. I sort of more like to think that we just call BS where we need to call BS. And I sort of see it as more of a public and social service that we're doing. And usually what's happening...
Yeah. Oh, my God, everyone's turned into Russell!
No, please. No, I love you, Russell, but I'm not sure I can cope with that comment. And I think... with hipsterism, it's kind of there for the taking when you're paying $20 for a jar of pickled chocos and paying fine dining prices for war food like corned beef while sitting on your, milk crate and drinking out of a mason jar. It's ridiculous. It's so inconsistent.
But really, what they're trying to do is make fun of healthy people, but you can't. Yeah. Because then you're literally admitting your food's not healthy. So in a sense, they've taken the extremes of the healthy. But that's what they're essentially doing. They're healthy. Ooh, aren't they silly? And we're not.
It's not so much, though, that it's the hate group as a consumer. Hungry Jack's are competing in the fast food environment, and the people that they hate in the competitive sense are Maccas. And part of what's going on in this advertising is it's a bit of a, we're not like Maccas, because Maccas is increasingly turning into the clean cafe with the gourmet burger. So it's a very interesting, I think, competitive move.
The ad says there are no kale smoothies, but Hungry Jack's has served up brioche buns and pulled chicken and beef sliders. Just 6 weeks ago, it put a burger on a chopping board and called it Insta-worthy.
So deliciously Insta-worthy.
And the agency which made the ad we just showed refers to it as a launch film. OK, Scorsese. Todd, isn't this campaign just a slight bit hypocritical?
It's not hypocrisy, it's advertising. I think they launched this to create a broad platform. So Keep It Real or We're About Substance is broad enough to incorporate anything. So they could do these fancy burgers, they could even introduce kale, but the advertising tone and manner in which they do it could be about keeping it real. So I don't think that... I think they've used this, as Russell said, a big brand idea, which they normally don't do. They do 100 ads a year. Most of them are just retail, sell, sell, sell. This is one of the few times they've done a proper brand idea, and they've done it to correspond with new uniforms, changes in the restaurants, so they wrapped everything up into one big promotion to the market.
You also have to pay you've got to play the Insta game, in the food business. So I don't know, some ridiculous amount of, pictures of food are uploaded every day, 130,000 or something. So you actually, if you're in the food business, you sort of got to participate. So that's what those pictures are about.
Yeah, I reckon one person's version of hypocrisy is just Adland's version of irony. And so I guess with Hungry Jack's using Instaporn, food Instaporn, it's just got a heavy dose of irony there, okay? Because it's sort of taking the piss out of the medium, but using it at the same time. So you're almost making two for the price of one.
Yep.
You can get away with it.
Hipsters are about authenticity. Fast food is the nutritional equivalent of fake news. Christina, can a fast food chain claim to be keeping it real?
I like the keeping it real strategy. I've probably tried it about 1,000 times. I've seen it 1,000 times. And I think in Australia, because we have a hate of pretension, there's always something you can call BS on. And I think it's okay for HJs to do this. It's about an attitude. It isn't about everything being real. It's unapologetically a burger. Let the burger be a burger. And that's what I like about it, instead of how very unmackers and gourmet. Like, it is just what it is.